Alright, when you're doing your drawing for your Notan, you're going to need to draw off of the edges only. When you're drawing off of your corners, they don't line back up, and they won't give you that imaginary edge that you've got to have between your dark and your light. So set up your drawing, decide what you want where, and then you begin cutting it out. Now you're going to have to be very careful when you're cutting it out, because when you start getting all of these empty holes, it's going to end up causing your scissors to snag. You're also going to need to start on the edge of the paper, and you're going to need to stop on the edge of the paper. You can't cut up to a shape, you can't cut out of the middle, you have to cut from the edge. So what that means is, like with these here, and let's say you had a shape up there, you have to be able to start cutting and work around it, and then you're going to have your different pieces that are going to go with it. So you can't cut up to a shape, you have to start on the pencil line and you follow that pencil line while you're working. Okay? Then you're going to begin by taking the original square, that is your centerpiece, and you're going to have to make sure that you center it in your composition of your background. Alright? So you're going to need to get you a scrap piece of paper so that you can do your gluing, so that it's not getting all over the surface of our tables, which is what's been going on. And you're going to need to decide, is it going on the part where you had the pencil, or is it going on the other side? Either way, you're going to have to do some cleaning up. So put your glue on whichever side you think it needs to go on. Put something under it to keep that glue off of the table. And then when you get ready to turn it over, you need to make sure that you're centering it into your composition, into the middle of your paper. So that means you're going to have to eyeball it. If you want to try to mark that off with a ruler, that's okay to put little tick marks, but you need to center it. That's going to throw off your design between your light and your dark if you don't have it pretty centered. And then push everything down. Now, you can just start gluing, or you may want to take your pieces, got glue on my finger, take your pieces and put them back into your composition first, like this, in order to make sure that you're turning everything the right direction and that you're getting that contrast of that line between light and dark when you're getting ready to glue all that stuff down. And then when you're ready, you can take out one piece at a time, apply your glue with it on the side it needs to be on, and then say I put the glue on the side that my pencil was on, and then you need to flip it over, making sure to create that reflection or that mirror image. And you could run into the situation where I just did, where your piece may be longer than the edge of your paper, and that happens. And then you just keep going until you get everything complete. So I like to do mine like that, put my glue on it. Sorry, I'm glad I did it that way, because I had my piece backwards. And then you line it up and you make a nice straight line so that you have the purple making that invisible line again with the white. So again, I find it easier to put the pieces back in. You do what works best for you. But then that way you know you're putting the glue on the right side, and you know you're flipping it to get the correct angle, as well as the fact that the image is the right way. Okay, now on pieces like this one, if you had a heart or you had triangles or diamonds that you cut out, then you're going to have two pieces. And then if you put that in like that, then you can put your glue on it, and it's going to flip over. And then the next piece will be glued down in place on this side. So you want to make sure that you get that in there where it needs to go, get the glue on the piece that needs to be on, and then you flip it and you'll have a double line image going on. Watch that glue when it gets on your fingers, because it gets sticky. And you're going to do that throughout your whole composition. Oops. Well, can't get it off my finger. I want to make sure that it's straight. Sorry, can't get it off my finger. And then line it up and then push it down. You're going to do that all the way around your composition until you're finished.